Hey there. I don't know how well you can see my screen, but I thought I'll go over my running schedule and how I kind of document all my runs in this training block. On this calendar here, I got every run I've ever done back in, this is June of 2025, my very first run, June of 2025. It was called the first run. How about that? And I was taking it slow. First run, then rest day. Those first runs, I couldn't even run the whole thing. And I journaled on them too. So I even have like a written journal on those early days. Let's flash forward all the way to March of this year. Or was it April? Let's see. Yeah, it was April, excuse me. So this training block right here, which is for the Tupelo Marathon, it began on April the 27th. That was the first run that was the day I started this marathon training block for a marathon that's happening in September. And I'll just go over my weeks real quick on what I did. Week 1, I started out with a 10-minute run. Then I did a speed run. Then I took a rest day. And then I did a 1.71 mile run. And then we're already into the May. On the first day of May, which was Friday, I did a 12-minute run and took 2 rest days. And I'm not sure why, but that was my long run for the week, my first long run of this training block, and I did 4.97 miles. It took me an hour and 7 because I did it at a 13-minute pace because I was taking it real easy. I think I was recovering off of like a high hamstring issue, which resolved. So the second week, which would be I remember what it was. I started a week early is what it was. I probably should have started this week. So I gave myself a rest week. And this is my rest week. 8K run, afternoon run, fun run, 40-minute run. All right, so this would be week 2. So what I consider week 2 of my marathon training block, I did a 1.15 miles, then another speed run. So basically my runs are recovery run. So 3 recovery runs in a week, a speed run, and then a long run of some sort. When I have it highlighted in green, just simply means I completed it. Highlighted in red means it was an official race. And I remember looking forward to this one here. I was really trying to get a sub 25 time, and I was not able to do it that day. I did a 28:49 time, which I was kind of disappointed in that race, but I did set a PR. So even though I didn't get my goal, I did at least run the best I've ever run, but I thought I was running a lot harder. So that was week 2, and I did a 10K run for my long run on that week, week 3. Again, easy run, rest day, some sort of speed run, easy run, then a long run. I did my long run on Saturday this week, probably because I had a gig. And then week 4 was 2.7 miles speed run, which was they don't count my walking and my speed runs. One run called the Hot Run, which was really fun to do, even if it's not hot weather. On the Nike Run Club app, you should do the Hot Run, especially right now in Mississippi heat. 30-minute run, another 10K run was my long run for the week. And then in June, my run volume really started as a week 5. This was what I did. I did the Running with the King 5K. And I remember taking that as an easier pace. I didn't go into that race with the same mindset as I did with the Memorial Day run. I said, I'm just going to run and be happy, and I did, and I documented that run, so you can check it out online somewhere. Week 6, and just like a hot run, we did a cold run, a raining run, running in the Dart. Those are all really good runs if you're new to running. Even if you're not new to running, they're good. So week 7, I ran out and did a Blue Bluff River Run trial run to do the marking and the distance markers and stuff. And here's was the 5K, which was so fun. I remember forgetting my GoPro and having to turn around, and I still came back and made a 30-minute time. It was a fun run, a good day. I didn't go out to set any. I just wanted to run with everybody, and it was great. And then week 8, again, my runs consistently consist of 3 recovery runs, 1, 2, 3, and 1 speed run somewhere in the middle of the week, and then a long run to cap off the end of my week. So that's what this 20K run here was. Then week 9, running on empty with Headspace. That's kind of I tell people all the time my running's been more mental than anything, and that proves that those runs there are really have taken me the distance with this, like staying consistent. July, which is where we are now, I'm into all the way into week 12 right here, and I've been listening to these Run with Lopez, and I got part 3 coming up next week. I did part 2 this morning. His story is amazing, and he wrote a book. I think I want to get out that book. And I did a mile race in July, which was really fun. I never ran a mile, so I ran a 7:42 time, which I still think I could have done faster, but I've never done a mile race before, so that was awesome. And we've been doing these Monroe County Runners Club meets, which have been so fantastic to meet with and run with people. I love it. But that's what my training schedule looks like. What I got coming up is the Nightcrawler 5K on the 31st of July and August. I don't have any races scheduled. I think something's coming up in August, but my run volume really increases. This will be week 15 is what I call my peak week. So out of this training block, I run the most in this week here to include a 20-mile run to cap off the week. So that week is, I'm not dreading it. I'm just, I know I need to get there. And then after that, the weeks after that, I start tapering down because in September is the marathon date, and I'm so excited about it. It's September 6th. I'm nervous about it. It's 26.2 miles. That's a long way, I'm telling you. For me it is, but I do have the Prairie Arts Festival on 5K. It's a 5K on September 5th, which is the day before the Tupelo Marathon. But my goal on that is to just turn it into a super easy, slow shakeout run before the marathon. So I'm going to go run the Prairie Arts Festival, but I'm not trying to set any goals. I'm just going to be real easy that day, just to get the blood moving. I might even take this 15-minute run and move it later. I'll adjust my schedule so I get some rest time before the actual marathon. I want to hit the marathons fresh. And then I'll probably take this whole week as a break from running altogether. And then I will go back up. We're going to do I just popped up on my radar just this morning, actually. But I may or may not do this one, but Blue Springs Day in Blue Springs, Mississippi, there's a 5K. I thought I'll try it, and that'd get me back into running after the marathon. In October, we have the Book of White Music Blues Festival 5K, and that's going to be back at Aberdeen at the Blue Bluff. I'm not going to run the Marine Corps Marathon this year, but I had it on my target to do. I'm going to watch it that day. But I'm hoping that next year, 2027, I can go to Washington, D.C. and run the Marine Corps Marathon. That's what I'm hoping for. In November, I'm going to go to Corinth on the 7th and run the Chick-fil-A half. And in December, we're going to do the St. Jude half marathon. So that's what my training schedule has looked like, is how I document it, and it's what I got coming up. So thank you for watching. I know some people ask, are you documenting all these miles? Absolutely I am. And I'm also keeping the records in the apps and the records in Strava, and I do a physical writing in a run journal. You should do the same. But thanks for watching. Keep moving.